Are we going to go live? I'm coming back now. We're going to go live on Amazon Live in a moment. Persistence pays, and I shall be on screen momentarily as soon as I get the signal on my. There it is. Okay, so I can put that full screen and say in a second, hello. And I want to say, first of all, hello to Chris, who's joined me on Facebook. Chris, thank you for joining me. I'm live on. Oh, sorry, that was a bit quick. I'm live on Live Video Hub with Stephen today. And if you want to be on Facebook and able to comment, and I can show your comments on screen, then that's the place to be. Live Video Hub with Stephen. And thank you, Chris. Okay, now this is Lights Camera Action. This is not a regular show. This is a Sunday special because this is a start of a very busy week on Amazon because, as we all know, Friday is Black Friday. And I'm fortunate to say that on Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be joined by Chris. And Chris will be talking about the microphones that she uses. We're going to have a special show about the importance of sound in live broadcasting. And Chris has 4 microphones, and she's going to be coming along to actually talk about them and say hello to Dom. Hello, good to see you, and thank you for joining me. And this is going to be a busy week, Dom, I'll tell you. All sorts of things happening this week. So thank you for the comments which are being made on Facebook. I can't see the comments on Amazon Live until I pick up my iPad. Okay, so from Monday, from tomorrow, I'll be live at 9 a.m. Eastern every day for 7 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Got permission from Angelica. I'm going to be live on screen talking about something I love, which is live broadcasting. And on Friday, I'm going to be joined by Chris and possibly 4 other guests, including Rose, who's actually going to be staying up until 1 o'clock in the morning in Australia to actually join us live. And I want to say thank you to Rose Davidson for actually doing that. So I'm going to bring myself full screen, but before I do, I just wanted to give a shout out to 3 of my colleagues who actually broadcast on Amazon Live. As a team, we've been broadcasting together for the last 4 or 5 years. And top left, you have David Burrows from Sarnia, Ontario. And if you see that show card on Amazon Live, do go and check him out. Next to David is Brigitte Limbanda, who's in Cape Town in South Africa. And she has a regular show, 2 regular shows on Amazon Live. And I always find them interesting and always try and watch. Next is my good friend Marco Novo, and Marco is based in Portugal, and he did an unboxing the other day, which is very good. He and I do a broadcast. We'll be live at 9 a.m. on Thursday, and then Lights Camera Action is actually live every day this week, starting tomorrow. So you can catch us live on Amazon Live, well, all the time, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go full screen. Try again. I'm going to go full screen. Okay, so this is me, full screen, looking at the camera as always. I just want to say thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. I totally enjoy broadcasting Amazon Live. It's the highlight of my day, and the next 7 days I've got at least one highlight every day. It'll be live 9 a.m. Eastern, and then on Black Friday and of the Black Friday weekend, we'll be talking about special offers that you can avail yourself of, because this is the biggest shopping weekend in the year. And of course, with Christmas not too far away, now is a good time to find gifts at smart prices. I think I'm going to use the term smart prices in future, because now is the time to be looking to find those gifts. Now, if you're looking for a gift for somebody who's interested in live broadcasting, then may I suggest that you join me at 9 a.m. Monday through Monday, 7 consecutive days, and we'll see if you can find something that you can put in somebody's Christmas stocking. And that includes cameras, microphones, green screens, and 2 new items. As I pick up my iPad, the featured item at the moment is the Trevlov HD77, which is a speaker, and it's an all-weather speaker. And I'm grateful that Trevlov are actually sending me this speaker, and it should arrive this week. Hopefully, our fingers crossed, it actually arrives in time for Black Friday. If you want to find out more now, I can tell you that the Trevlov speaker is 10% off. This is a speaker you can take with you anywhere. Okay, and I'm told, and I'm going to check, it has a great sound. I'm sure it does have, and it's fast to charge. And the other thing that's coming my way in the next week, hopefully, is the Trevlov X3 Pro earbuds. And you know, I'm very fond of my aftershocks. Okay, I'm going to put them in front of me. Okay, I'm going to switch my background off. Okay, I'm going to say okay there. I'm going to go original there, and in a second my background should disappear. Okay, so this is me. This is my green screen, which is down the carousel, and you can check it out. It's reversible. It's green this side, it's blue the other side. I've got an iPad in my hand, but I'm going to do it scrunchable, so that basically it's portable and it goes into its own carrying case and you can carry it around. But I was talking about the Trevlov X3 Pro. I've got, as you all know, the aftershocks, which I love and Chris loves as well. But I'm looking forward to testing and trying out the Trevlov X3 Pro. And if you want to take a look, just click the link there, carousel, and you'll be taken straight to the Amazon.com page. There's no extra charge for doing so. You get the same price. But some of the items that I'm going to talk about in this session, if there is a special price, then I will tell you, and the price is valid during my live broadcast. Okay, click the link and you'll get discount. So when we talked about the Trevlov speaker a moment ago, you can currently get 10% off that if you click the link down there. So I'm just going to go off me for a moment, and thank you for watching on Amazon Live. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go here, and I should be back in a second. Yep. Okay, I'm back. If you are watching me, thank you. But if you want to hear my stories, I've got a different story about every item in the carousel. If you press unmute, you'll be able to hear those stories. I'm just going to hide my colleagues and friends, and there we have it. So if you click unmute, you will undoubtedly hear my stories, and this is what it's all about. I mean, I'm here. 75% of the items in the carousel I use on a daily basis, including headphones, the mouse, yeah. Oh, I can just about lift this, the IPEVO stand, okay, and we'll be talking about all these during this live broadcast. But first of all, I'm just looking at the items that are on the way to me. But 4 weeks ago, featured down in the carousel now is a carpal tunnel mouse, and the carpal tunnel mouse was sent to us by its inventor for us to look at. Now, this is a very important mouse. This is not the normal mouse. This is a mouse which has been designed to help people with carpal tunnel syndrome or arthritis. And I'm fortunate, but Angelica has been looking for a mouse for years. She's bought carpal tunnel mice, which, well, they weren't totally up to the job, and she's bought mice and she just sent them back because she can't work with them. Now, we're now 2 weeks into Angelica using the mouse that's down the carousel. She's keeping a daily diary on what she feels about the mouse. I'm sure the early days, I'm not going to read it all out, but I'm sure the early days she was struggling because it works differently. With a normal mouse, it's your fingers which do the talking. Okay, left and right buttons are there. When you get a carpal tunnel mouse, you're actually using, I'm going to try and do this without, you're actually using that part of your finger. Okay, so it's along there that's actually pressing, and it relieves any stress on your hand. Yeah, and it means it's a lot easier to use. It's a lot more friendly, and there's less strain on your hand if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel syndrome. So rather than tell you about something we've not tested, as I say, Angelica has been using it now for 2 weeks continuously, and designing her books, which are on Amazon, of course. And now got to the stage where I think she's at one with the mouse. So I'm looking forward to a report from Angelica, which will release over the Black Friday weekend, because anybody who suffers from carpal tunnel syndrome does find it difficult to actually use a mouse. And if my guts are right, then Angelica is benefiting from actually using the mouse, because I'm sure she would have said before now, I can't use it. And at the moment today, before we report, you can take a look at it now. If you press the link down in the carousel, then it's 114.86 today, which is 23% off. But you will get Angelica's full report over Black Friday weekend. We might even get Angelica to come on. Okay, now just a reminder that I do have guests on Black Friday. I've got Rose Davidson from Australia. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I have Chris de Boven and Rick and Alan and Alec all joining me at 12 p.m. Eastern or 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And we're talking about microphones. So that's the carpal tunnel mouse. If you want to check it out, just click the link in the carousel. Okay, now, one of the things that's dear to me is mobile broadcasting. And I've been testing a system this weekend, which I can't tell you about yet because it's sort of under wraps, for mobile broadcasting and the ability to broadcast from your mobile phone to up to 40 destinations, which is magical. And all you need to do is press the go live button and you're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch from your mobile phone. But if you're broadcasting from your mobile phone, you can't really hold it in your hand. If you hold the mobile phone in your hand, your focus is not on what you're filming, it's on not dropping the phone. Yeah. So if you want to create a semi-professional, I'm going to go wrong way. If you want to create a semi-professional video, I'm rubbish at demonstrations, then you don't want to have the phone in your hand. What you want is to have the phone in a gimbal and just happen to have to hand. And hopefully this will go right. If I go over here and, wait a minute, I went too far. It's Sunday. I'm not used to broadcasting on Sundays. It's going to take me a minute or two to actually get into this. So I'm going to bring up on screen. Okay, I need to hide something first. That's what the problem is. I need to hide that. And bear with me a moment. This will be worth it. I do assure you, this will be worth it. And let's see what we've got on screen with me now. Okay, we've got my second camera where it's a bit dark. We don't want that, but we do have space for. And I'm going to find it. It's here. I know it is. Okay. Now, I'm now set up. I could talk to you about the gimbal and demonstrate it live. Okay. But I've taken the precaution of actually pre-recording a short video to tell you all about the gimbal that's down in the carousel, which is the Hms gimbal. And I'm going to take myself off full screen. Okay, I am going to show the video full screen. Okay, I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play. Every weekend going out and about and recording on mobile video, broadcasting on mobile video. And my gimbal of choice, my gimbal stabilizer, is the OM3 axis. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, let's put that over there. All you need to do is to take your mobile phone and put it into the clamp. It clicks into place and that's it. Okay, and then all you need to do is press one button to actually switch it on, and hold the button in and it will go, and that's it, you're ready to go. And it's so, as you've seen, it's so simple and easy to actually use. And I use it when I'm out and about. And I've come to this corner so that I can turn around and I can show you the Abbey in all its glory. So I'm going to pan from the meadow over there and the ha-ha, which you'll remember. You've seen a ha-ha now, and come round and go to the top. Now, as you can see from the footage we've just seen, it's easy to use. It does stabilize your video. There's no fear of the camera on your phone actually falling on the floor. It gives you great control. There is an application you can have on your mobile phone to actually run it, and I love it. I mean, I go out and I shoot video now every weekend using the OM3 axis gimbal stabilizer, and it's so simple, so light. Yeah, and you just hold it and shoot, point and shoot at its best, point, shoot and steady at its best. I enjoy using the Hms gimbal. You will too. Right, okay, now I've got over my first hurdle. I've actually turned my microphone back on after I've played the video. So you can now hear me, and I'm going to hide the video. Come back to me. Right, okay, and say hello to my good friend Guy R. Cook. And do I have a link for the gimbal stabilizer? Yes, the way this works, down below me on Amazon Live, which is where you are, you'll see a carousel. On the left hand side at the moment, the Hms gimbal is featured. If you press the photograph, it will open a separate tab with the gimbal page open. So the product page, click the picture, you get the product page. Okay, and it's, I mean, Amazon have done a classic job in actually okay, and I am honored. I'm joined not only by Guy R. Cook, but by Dr. ELO as well. Hello, Dr. ELO. And so hello to a friend. And then the next comment is coming in from Guy. Your descriptions is for iPhone. Yeah, I did say iPhone, but this is my trusty Android phone, and it works equally well on an Android phone, because basically what you do is you take your phone, okay, and it's off at the moment, you take it out of its case, because all phones should live in a case. You take it out of its case and then you just put it into the clamp on the gimbal. That's it. And it basically, iPhones, even Microsoft phones, the old ones, any phone will actually fit in a gimbal, okay, because it's got adjustable jaws, and it makes shooting video more professional. Because if you use a phone on its own, if I use this on its own, then not only would it be afraid of dropping it, but also it'd be shaky. And that's not because I'm naturally shaky. I can hold that rock steady, but as I'm walking along, it will go up and down. Yeah. So gimbal removes the up and down movement. It smooths things out. In fact, it's called a stabilizer, and the iSmooth Home gimbal is a very good one, very lightweight one, and I've been using it for quite a while now. In fact, you saw a clip from a video I did at the Quartz Garden. Quartz Garden is the home of photography. It was where the first ever photograph was taken. The place that you saw in the video, Quartz Garden. No, yeah, sorry, Laycock Abbey. Laycock Abbey. I'm getting confused. The world's first photograph was taken there. But I love my gimbal, and guys saying, "Oh, good, Bluetooth." Then, yes, it is basically. I mean, the way that I come to me, the simplest way is you've got the gimbal, you've got the phone, you just press record, and you do a live recording, and you walk about and you narrate over the top of it, and then the recording is stored on your phone. You then transfer it from your phone to YouTube. Okay, that's the simplest process. Record on your phone, upload to YouTube. The second way, though, is the one that I use. I go on my phone, but I go live, and my phone sends a signal out to the internet, and it's picked up by OneStream Live, and then it's broadcast to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch whilst I'm live. So I'm actually doing a live broadcast. I'm doing what's it called, an outside broadcast, an OP, outside OB. So basically, in that sense, it's not Bluetooth; it's the 4G that counts. Having Bluetooth is good, but it's 4G. So it's the phone that's doing the work. The gimbal is a device to hold your phone steady. Make sure that if it does get dropped, the phone screen stays intact. Okay, and that's a piece of hardware. With the gimbal, you can zoom in and out, you can pan left and right, you can pan up and down, you can do all sorts of wonderful things with the gimbal itself, but you can just use it and just go point and shoot, and just record where you are. So many options available, but I love going. I mean, I've done about 15 videos now, all of which you can find on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, type in my name, okay, and it's handy to know who I am. Okay, and it should tell you. Okay, so that's me, Stephen Healey. Search me on YouTube and you find all the videos that I've done using the gimbal, so you can actually see exactly what it looks like and exactly the results you can get using that gimbal. However, to be fair, there is another gimbal to look at, which is down the carousel now, which is the Zion Smooth 4. Now I have, hand up, I've got the Zion Smooth 3, but when I came to buy a new gimbal, I went for the HOM based on the Amazon reviews. As simple as that. I think the HOM was released before the Zion 4. So I've got the HOM and the Zion 3, but the latest version of the Zion is the Zion 4, which is down the carousel. Both do the same job. Okay, both will keep your camera steady. Both are lightweight and easy to use. So you can compare the two and then decide which one of the two to get. I know Mark has got the Zion. He's got the Zion 4. I've got the HOM gimbal, which I showed you a moment ago, or I did the video about a moment ago. But I just love going out. I mean, the reason for going out and about is one, personal, because we visit all these different places, walking about, wearing our Fitbits. Okay, I'm going to try and show the Fitbit on screen. So the first thing, it's a health thing, okay, because when you're actually out shooting video, you're actually walking, and if you're walking, you're actually keeping fit. and your Fitbit measures your steps, and there is a Fitbit down the carousel. And the reason I include a Fitbit in lights, camera, action is simply because it's the action part. So going filming with a gimbal, whether it's the Home or the Zion, you're actually exercising, okay? And you can walk and talk and just enjoy and explore. And then afterwards, you've got a recording, whether you've recorded locally on your phone with iPhone or an Android phone, or you've been broadcasting and your video is stored on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and your website. The choice is yours. Okay, and I will do an episode this week about broadcasting live from your phone, because it's an amazing feeling. I mean, you're actually live walking around a castle or a country house or just out in the dales. You're telling a story, and you're telling stories about the place you are, and people from around the globe will actually watch you live. If you've been live, the recording is on YouTube to find. So if somebody goes to YouTube now and says devisers, my video about the town I live will come up in the search, and people can actually watch it. So the reason for doing this, the reason for walking about with a gimbal, because we're still in the minority. Most people don't. We're in the minority, but it's a very good minority to be in. The second reason for doing it is it's a record of where you've been. Now, when the snow is roundabout, and we're threatened in the UK with snow in the next 2 weeks, and cold, and -12, which is unusual for the UK, it means that we can fire up the TV, play the YouTube videos, remember the sunny days that we had back in summer, which seems a long time ago now. So personal memories, you're actually recording personal memories. And because you're doing it on a gimbal, the image is steady. There's no up and down, okay? It's steady. The second reason I just alluded to, if you do a semi-professional or professional video, then you can upload it to YouTube, and it's for posterity and people can watch it. And people do watch my videos about Stonehenge, about the Courts Garden, about Avebury, and Lake Abbey, and my hometown, and the castle. In other words, everything that I've filmed this year, I've done about 15 videos, is actually on YouTube and people can watch it. The other thing, of course, is that I can take those videos and I can show them in this broadcast as an example of what you can do. So in light of that, I'm going to show you a little video which I use the home gimbal to record, and then we'll come back to me. So let's take me off full screen. Okay, and I'm going to hide that because you're all unmuted now, I can tell. And I'm going to bring this up on screen. Okay, so I'm bringing a video to the right of me. This is a short video shot on the home gimbal. Now it's 25 minutes long, but I'm only going to show you a couple of minutes of it. But the important thing about this is home gimbal, the PAL microphone, which I'll talk about in a moment, and this is where I live. So I'm going to put the video full screen. Okay, I'm going to switch my microphone off and switch it back on again in a minute. And this is Devisers in Wiltshire in England, about 120 miles from London. Scene of the Battle of the War of the Roses. The castle, well, you'll see the castle in a moment. And say hello. And a long-running establishment. I'm going to go in the castle. Okay. So town square is commercial, businesses and banks, lots of banks. I'm just outside the bank now. I'm going to walk down the street. Okay, in the distance you can see the town hall, and we'll get closer to the town hall so you can see a bit more of it along this walk. Again, welcome to this live video being shot on mobile and using Switchboard Live, broadcast out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and of course my websites. Now, if I actually meet anybody I know, I may stop, but the odds are against that. Now, today it's 25 degrees. It's just after 11, or possibly about 11 in the morning, and I'm just going to go around. And this is Devizes Castle, and very impressive it is. Unfortunately, as you can see, it does say private no entry, but you can see the portcullis, you can see the turrets, and it is just really a magnificent building. Now, the reason we can't go in is that this is private land, and the castle has been converted into private apartments, which you can buy. In fact, the whole castle was for sale for £2.5 million a couple of years ago. But there's a history behind this. The original castle, made of wood, was built in the year 1080 by the Bishop of Salisbury. Now, the Bishop of Salisbury put the castle here, Castrum ad Devizes in Latin, castle at the crossroads, because he was looking after 3 different parishes. He was looking after Roud and 2 other parishes, and this castle was to be his place for having control of the area. In 1123, the castle burnt down and it was rebuilt, and it's been the home of royalty. King Stephen, yes, there was a King Stephen, and Queen Matilda actually battled over the castle, and the castle was also took part in the English Civil War, Roundheads versus Cavaliers. But the castle you see before you is not the original castle. It's not a 1080 castle because that burnt down. It's not 1123 castle because that's still there. It's underneath everything that you can see now. And back to me. Okay, now, as I said, this the reason I do shoot videos like the one you've just been watching about my hometown of Devizes in Wiltshire is because it's a permanent memory of my walk around Devizes, and it's using a gimbal, using your mobile phone gives you the ability to record such videos, and those videos can then be played on YouTube and on Facebook and during my shows. Okay, so okay, and okay, and okay. Now you know when you're doing well, and that's when you get people commenting. And I basically enjoy being live on Amazon Live. I enjoy your company, and it's going to continue because this week I'm live at 9 a.m. Eastern every day, Monday through Monday. So I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then on Black Friday, then on Saturday and Sunday next week, and then next Monday. Now, the thing is that you've got the gimbal. The other thing you actually need, which is down the carousel, is a lapel microphone. You notice that in the video we've all just been watching, because I watch it with you because I just enjoy replaying them. You could hear me. You could hear me clearly. You could also hear in the background the traffic. Okay. Now the traffic was in the background because I was wearing a lapel microphone like the one in the carousel. You clip the microphone onto your clothing and then you plug it into your phone through the audio socket on your phone. Simple and straightforward to do. Your phone recognizes the microphone. You don't have to do anything special. Okay. But what you have then is you have the ability to talk over the background noise, which means that the people are actually listening to what you're saying. If you use If you just use your mobile phone on its own, then the traffic would drown you out. The crowds around you would drown you out. With a microphone, you are crystal clear above the noises that are going on around you. And it's a worthwhile investment. And the one down in the carousel at the moment is one of the best. And it is a professional grade lapel microphone. When I do courses on Udemy, I've got 15,000 students on Udemy. And when I was starting out on Udemy, they said you need a decent microphone, and they were recommended as an option instead of putting egg cases all the way around your studio, just to have a lapel microphone. So I had a lapel microphone to do all my Udemy courses, and it stood me in good stead. And now I've carried that tradition over into live broadcasting on the mobile phone. Right, and over to Waleed, and Waleed is saying, love your stream, thank you very much, and good to see you. Right, okay, so you're going out and about and you're shooting all these videos. Just going to bring this up on screen and go picture and go side by side, or even side by side. Okay, do not adjust your set. All be well in a moment. I'm just actually lining things up so things look exactly as I want them to. About now. Okay. The thing about going out and about with the gimbal, the one on the right hand side, is that you get a more professional video. And you've got two gimbals down in the carousel. You've got the Zion and you've got the Home Smooth, iSmooth. And we've said you need the lapel microphone to plug into the mobile phone, whether it's iOS or it's Android, doesn't matter. Just plug your lapel microphone in. Now, this has been on my travels with me for the last 6 months, and I've totally enjoyed shooting video wherever I've gone. Basically, we visit the site, Angelica and I have a good walk around for a couple of hours, and then Angelica says, right, you're on your own, and I can go and shoot video. And I go around for about 25 minutes. Now, in this broadcast, I can only show you 2 minutes of video. All the full length videos are actually on YouTube. You can pop over to YouTube and you can watch them anytime, but not now because we're on Amazon Live. With this gimbal, okay, you've got a mobile phone, and down in the carousel at the moment, the featured item is a portable charger. Okay. Back in July, Angelica and I visited Portsmouth Royal Naval Dockyards, which is about an hour and a quarter away from us. And it's basically was the home of the British Royal Navy. And it was the dockyards, it was the main dockyards until they moved up to Scotland in 1992. But the dockyards remain, and they are home to the Warrior, they're home to ships, and the first ship is the Warrior, and the Warrior was the first metal clad ship. Until then, ships had been made out of timber. Okay, then they started to experiment, and the Warrior was the first metal clad ship. Okay. The other thing about the Warrior, a sort of curiosity, is that it had the first ever washing machine installed, steam driven, and it allowed the sailors to actually wash their uniforms whilst they were at sea. Why is this important, you ask? Until that washing machine was installed, the sailors, including the officers, had to wash their clothing in the sea. If you wash your clothing in the sea, it gets full of salt. And when it dries out, it's not the best thing to wear. It's like wearing a hair shirt. So a luxury on HMS Warrior was a washing machine. We carried on our tour around the Royal Naval Docks and past some armed policemen. There are very few armed policemen in the UK, and you're not allowed to photograph them. I did, and I'm still here. It was an accident. It wasn't by design. Then you can a bit further and you come across HMS Victory. Now, HMS Victory was the flagship of Lord Nelson at the Battle of Trafalgar, and it is a magnificent ship. Absolutely amazing. I will share the video later this week so you can actually see what it looks like. But take it from me, once seen, never forgotten. Beautiful ship. And round from the corner of that is the Murray Rose. Now, the Murray Rose sank. It was Henry VIII's ship, and it sank. And it was rediscovered, and it was lifted from the seabed, brought to Portsmouth Naval Yard, and they are now renovating it, bringing it back to its former glory. So I'm going around the Victory and heading for the Murray Rose when, first of all, my picture went and my sound went on my camera. I was broadcasting live. I was broadcasting to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and my broadcast just stopped, dead, no battery. And I didn't have a battery backup with me. So this is why I have the power pack down in the carousel and in my rucksack. You must have a power pack when you're using mobile video to record things using your gimbal. And say hello to Corinda and over to Chris. And Chris is saying possibly. Right, no. Chris is saying, do you know if we can use Crisp also on our smartphone? Stephen, thank you for the question, Chris. I don't think we can at the moment, but it's worth actually checking the website. And I will mention Crisp. Crisp is noise cancellation software, which means that despite everything that's going on around me in my studio, the only voice you can hear, the only sound you can hear is my voice. And that's because of crisp.ai. And if you want to improve the quality of your sound without it putting eggshells on the wall, without telling everybody to be quiet for an hour, Crisp.ai does it. And Chris and I are actually using it. Over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, right, okay, Crisp.ai is in use in the UK. It's in use in Belgium. It's in use in South Africa. It's in use in Portugal. Crisp is for everybody. And over to Chris, and Chris is replying to Corinda, no doubt, and saying, oh, Crisp in Belgium, Stephen has it too. Okay, Crisp.ai is a piece of software that you download which takes over control of your microphone, so that the only thing that can be heard in a broadcast is you. Okay, I've had scaffolders outside. We've had builders on the roof. We've had every sort of noise imaginable. And nothing has been heard on my live broadcasts just because of Crisp.ai. In actual fact, I will actually just go over here, and if I can, I will. So just give me a moment. I'm not spelling well today, Crisp. Chris? That's what I've done now. Okay. The software that Chris mentioned, and I'm trying to show it, is crisp.ai. That's the URL. After the show, after the broadcast, or even while you're listening to me, you can type it in and check it out. It's got a small unit cost per year to use, and I've had no problems with it at all. Chris has no problems. Everybody who uses it, including Peter, I think, have had no problems with it at all. Okay, so you do need to take a power pack when you're actually using a gimbal. And the next thing is, if you're shooting a lot of video, then you need somewhere to store it. And I would store it on a hard drive. Okay, you can store it in the cloud. You can photos.google.com. You can store it on Amazon Photos, on Amazon Prime. You can store the video anywhere. But also, if it's a personal video and it's important to you, store it on a portable hard drive like the Toshiba Cambio, which is somewhere in my office. I will dig it out for the next broadcast. And today, the Toshiba Cambio is 14% off. So it's $59.99 instead of $69.99. So if you click the link in the carousel, then you'll get a discount. Okay, so final tip on mobile video, and this is important. You actually you plug in your lapel microphone, you put the gimbal in the phone, you stabilize it, static, well, it's static if possible, and then you press the record button and you go and walk about and record. But it doesn't always record, because we can't assume that everywhere has a good 4G signal or 5G signal. I'll come to that. And I was out with Angelica. We did a tour of a castle, Portsmouth Castle, down in Hampshire. And basically, I kept going in and out of 4G signal. And I did a the best tour I've ever done of a castle, 25 minutes walking around. But I only ended up with 18 minutes of video because the 4G signal kept going in and out. So, quick tip to actually test whether you actually got a signal before you actually press the go live button is take a photograph. Take a photograph, send that photograph to Facebook. If it arrives at Facebook, then the odds are that you have a 4G signal. Yeah. So that's it. That's the whole thing. I'm going to hide that now and come back to me. Those are my mobile video tips. Undoubtedly, over the coming weeks and months, they will grow. I'm off to Germany over Christmas. I'll be taking my gimbal with me. So look forward to a lot of Christmas videos shot in Germany in the new year. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Christmas in Germany. There is nothing like Christmas in Germany. And I just want to say thank you if you're watching me live on Amazon Live. I'm just going to bring this back for a moment. If I just go here and then go there and then bring this on screen. Okay, so unmute to hear my stories, just to go through this. And I'm going to switch that one off. Okay, now if you are enjoying the live broadcast, I want to say thank you. If you are, then if you follow me, you'll get notified of my next broadcast. Simple as that. I don't get your name and address. I don't even get to know who you are. Amazon are the one who keep the details, and when I'm about to go live, they will send you a reminder. It's then your decision whether you actually come and watch me or not. Okay, on to the next card as we go through. And I'm trying to get this right. Bear with me a moment. Quiz starts soon. Tomorrow, 9 AM Eastern, is the movie quiz. Myself and Nick Wood will be doing the movie quiz. If you love movies, then do join us for the quiz. We've got 10 questions for you. It's multiple choice, and we need your help. Boy, do we need your help on the quiz tomorrow. And if you want more information on anything that I'm talking about, then do click the picture on the carousel. And I say hello to Dalia, and you're saying love your streams. Why do you stream? You have 10 watching. Why do you say stream? Sorry, you have 10 watching. Right. Okay. I'm going to come back to me because guys issued a question. Okay, so back to me. I'm here. Okay, I currently got 16 people watching me live on Amazon Live. Grateful to every one of you for watching at the same time and joining in the fun. I do know that during the course of my live broadcast for this hour, thousands of people actually come and view, and that's a fact. And if you click the link in the carousel, then I will earn a small commission. I do it, Guy. I'm actually, for the first time ever, this is an Amazon exclusive. People pay the same price as if they would if they found the articles themselves, but I actually earn a living, or part of a living, from the commission that I get from Amazon for doing this broadcast. So that's basically, it says that down below this, I am an Amazon influencer, and I'll let you know how I'm doing after I finish this live broadcast, guy. I'm just grateful. I mean, I'm a Brit. You've probably told by my accent already. I'm based in Wiltshire in England, about 120 miles away from London. I'm originally from Burnley in Lancashire, which is close to Manchester and Manchester United and Manchester City. I lived for 12 years in Stratford upon Avon, which of course is the home, or was the home, I've got to say was the home of William Shakespeare. I was there for 12 years. And then I was invited down to Wiltshire 9.5 years ago. Nine and a half years ago. And I'm now in Wiltshire in England with Angelica, my partner, and just having a blast, as they say. Okay, so we've told the story about the Toshiba, and I just want to say thank you for all the comments that are coming in. And okay, and I was trying to get down to Guy's comment. When I'm not live, the same link works. Okay, I've given out the link today that I put on Facebook, is the same everywhere. Yeah, so it's a common link that's going out everywhere. Okay. Right. Okay, I mentioned it earlier, and this I'm going to finish off. I'll finish off with a short video, but before I do, I want to show you something. Right. Okay, hopefully I'll demonstrate this right. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. This, I'll show you the watch. Okay. This is my Fitbit Inspire 2. And I've been using Fitbits for the last 8 years, and they're my driving force in terms of motivation for actually walking every day. Now, I try and do 4 miles a day. Those 4 miles a day are recorded by my Fitbit and sent to the Fitbit.com site, and I can measure the number of miles I've done each day, each week, each month, and for the year as a whole. Now, I'm on a challenge at the moment to do 1,000 miles. Okay, I'll let you know in January how close I actually got. But this is my fitness training. I don't do anything other than walk. Okay, now I walk marathons. I walk from Stonehenge to Avebury, which is 26 miles, 385 yards. I'm lucky to have a canal down the road from me, and that's the Kennington Avon Canal, and that goes from Bristol through to London. And you could, if you wanted, walk the 130 miles from Bristol to London uninterrupted in the countryside. Beautiful walk. I might do it one day. But the thing is, this hardware is just the start. If you buy a Fitbit Inspire, you're getting access to the Fitbit.com website, which hosts a community of Fitbit enthusiasts. I take part in challenges. I take part in, I'm going to put this down now, it looks a bit silly. I take part in challenges. So there's weekend challenges and weekday challenges, and people challenge each other and get to know each other just by using a Fitbit. Now, I am never going to come top of the leaderboard over the weekend or over the week, but I come about the middle, and I'm happy with that, because as we Brits say, it's the taking part, not the winning, that counts. And being challenged by people you get to know is the best motivation there is, because it's just I mean, it's a bit like a live video arena. Everybody cheers everybody else on. There's nobody trying to trip anybody up. Everybody wants everybody else to do more steps. The more steps you do, the more miles you do, wearing your Fitbit. Okay, that way around, perhaps? No, that way around. Okay, wearing your Fitbit, the fitter you will be, with the caveat, obviously. I'm glad that I can walk 4 miles a day. Yesterday, Angelica went to have her COVID booster in Swindon, and I walked quite a few steps yesterday. I did 7.5 miles, 15,000 steps, and I feel better for it today. Walking is the most brilliant thing you can do. Okay, now the theme of today's broadcast has been live video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this show. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. I'm going to close this show with a video, and I'm going to choose this video, and let's go back to take me off full screen. I'm just going to see if I've got a different video. Just a minute. Don't go anywhere. I haven't got the video I want. Just a minute. Just a minute. We'll get there. Okay, I'm gonna take the video I've got. Hang on. Hopefully you can't. You won't believe this. I've hit the wrong button, and I've got a video playing which you can't hear. Right, I found it. Right, a word of explanation. As well as the carousel that you can see on Amazon Live, I've got a carousel which has videos in it. Now, unless I put the video on screen, you can't hear it. Okay, but if I accidentally pressed it when it was in the staging area, which all tells me it's time to stop this live broadcast today. So as I do, I'd like to say a warm thank you for actually watching today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you. I'm live 9 a.m. Eastern for the next 8 days, and there'll be something interesting in every show. On Friday, I'm joined by my good friend Christa Boven from Belgium. Will be live with me on Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern to talk about the microphones, as we talk about the importance of sound in live video. But to take us out today, I've got a short video. I'll just play a minute or so of it. I don't need that card anymore. We've gone through that. So I'm going to put the video full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off. And this video is of Laycock Abbey, which was founded as a nunnery. And then, well, you hear the story now. Let's go. So thank you for watching. Bye for now. Get through that archway and show you the cloisters here, because once we've gone through this bit, and just let them turn left. Okay, let's go for it. So this is the entrance to the Abbey, and I'm going to turn right here, and hopefully, yes, we've still got a Wi-Fi signal. This is the cloisters, and this is a quadrangle inside the Abbey, and I do hope that I'm still actually broadcasting live, because this is such an amazing site. Now preserved by a National Trust, who look after everything that's here. They don't dust very often because there are cobwebs there, but they don't need to. Now these windows obviously would have had glass in them, like the ones at the top over there, as we can see. Okay, so that was a short look at Laycock Abbey. The full video is on YouTube, and I just want to say thank you for actually watching, listening to me today. I hope to see you during the week. Enjoy the rest of your day. From Wiltshire in England, it's goodbye for now. Goodbye.